Pokemon Professor Salzman here, back with you for our last review video of Unit 1. Let's take a look. Now we're going to be looking at graphing inequalities. So, do you remember how to graph inequalities? Let's redefine, or not redefine, but let's extend our understanding of the words greater than. So in the last video, we talked about how if you are going to the right on the number line, you are going in the direction of greater than. And with less than, when you're going to the left on the number line, you're going in the direction less than. This is going to be really important when we start looking at how to graph these inequalities. Now, there's one other thing you have to consider when graphing: whether or not the inequality is equal to or not. Now, do you remember the difference in the graphs when it's equal to compared to not equal to? So the terms you might have heard are the terms open and closed. With inequalities, you can have an open dot as part of the graph, and that occurs when the inequality is not equal to the number. Or you could have a closed dot. That's when we have it shaded in. And that occurs when the inequality is equal to the number. Let's take a look at all four possible situations. So our first example is x is greater than negative 2. So the first thing I look at is I notice that that inequality is not equal to. So at negative 2, I'm going to have one of those open dots. Now, I'm looking for x is greater than negative 2. X stands for any number. So I have to ask myself, on the number line, which numbers are greater than negative 2? Well, remember again, greater than means to the right. So this means all those numbers to the right of negative 2 would make this a true statement. So we shade the number line over top of all the numbers that are greater than negative 2 that would make this a true statement, or all the numbers to the right of our open dot at negative 2. Okay, what about greater than or equal to? Well, the only change here is our inequality symbol. Now it's equal to, which means at negative 2, we need a closed dot. And just like before, we're still greater than, which means all the numbers to the right will also be shaded. This is what the graphs for greater than and greater than or equal to look like. Now, what about less than? Not much different. First, we look at the inequality symbol. Since it's not equal to, at 3, we're going to have that open dot. But now it's less than. Less than means to the left. So we need to shade to the left of our open dot, and that represents the graph of a less than inequality. Last example, less than or equal to. When it's less than or equal to, we are going to have a closed dot at that number 3. Since it's less than, we are shading to the left of that closed dot. So hopefully that helps you review what these 4 different types of graphs should look like so that you can correctly use them as you are solving inequalities in this unit. Keep in mind your understanding of less than, greater than, open, and closed dots. Those are going to come up again when we get to Unit 2. So it is important that you are getting a good understanding of it before you move on. As always, thank you to Slides Go for helping me with my slides.